Hi guys and welcome to JS Hair Academy. Today we're going to be exploring our deconstructed collection of haircuts. Today's haircut is square layer deconstructed, and we've really designed it so as to make the square layer a little bit more interesting. The first thing that we did was we put a square horseshoe section in, and we took about 2 inches out from the front of the hairline. We then proceeded to go around the section, starting at the centre back and lifting 90 degrees up, just like you would with a square layer. Each section is taken directly up from base, working right round the head. Shock me like electric eel. As you reach the curvature of the head and the behind the ear area, then the haircut starts to get over-directed, and the over-direction pattern is to over-direct to each previous section. So instead of over-directing to a static point, you're over-directing to each point, so you get a very gradual over-direction on the hair. This allows the hair to build up a little bit of weight, and it also means that you don't get any holes in around the ear area. And here's the last section. You can see over-directed, maintaining weight and length at the front of the hair. Put your circus in the sea. So once the hair is finished on that side, let it down and check for balance and visually look to see is it sitting well, and you can see how much volume that we've taken out of this. This haircut's brilliant to put some texture or to remove weight out of ladies or long hair that is very heavy and around that back area. So on the other side we repeat exactly the same, working through directly up off base the whole way around until we hit the curvature of the hair in behind the ear. Of course, if you want to know more about this haircut, you can book a course with us at JS Hair Academy. We can either come to your salon, or you can book on one of our seminars and come and ask questions and see it done live. Baby girl, turn me on with your electric feel. I said, so here I show you the over-direction. So the section in front is over-directed to the section behind, giving gradual over-direction and a gradual build-up of weight towards the front. Always following your guideline. And that's us approaching the end of the hair cut at the bottom. You can see in the video here the amount of texture and weight that's been taken out. It really helps. Again, just checking for balance. Once that's done, take all the bottom hair and separate it out, because the top hair is going to lie down over and you don't want to mix the two. The top layers are really fantastic. It's one of my favourite techniques. It's called seesaw layers, and in seesaw layers we're going to use a guide from the bottom that we've just cut, and we're going to cut on the diagonal, but each time we're going to cut in the opposing diagonal. So here you can see the first one is working up from the left to the right as we look on. Then you can see one side is shorter and one side's longer. The next section we take, never working more than about a centimetre width of hair. You can see that I haven't taken any guideline from the previous section. You'll see in a little second in the video that I'm actually using a guide from underneath each time. So it's a really freehand technique. Again, in the video I'm changing the model's head. There we are. There's the shorter piece from the underneath as my guide, and I'm angling up and slide cutting through to create longer to shorter panels. What this will do is at the end it'll create long and short beside each other, and it creates texture but without the hair becoming cut into too much, which can make it look a little bit damaged. As I said, each section is independent of the other. There's no guide from the previous section, and on the video you can see that I'm actually turning the doll's head around just for the purposes of the video, but in the salon environment you will actually stand at the back of the head for one section and the front of the head for the other section. Hence you'll always be able to get your angle. And again, really important that you don't take too big a section. Really, 1 centimeter thick is as big as you want. If you do it any thicker than that, you could be left with some demarcation lines through the hair, and nobody really wants to see that. The purpose of the seesaw layers, as I said, is to create texture. It adds volume, and it doesn't make the hair thin on the ends because you're cutting a blunt technique. It gives a really good shine, but it still puts the texture. If anybody has a natural wave or natural curl, this is an amazing haircut for them. It's a really beautiful haircut for anybody who has balayage as well, because it allows the colour to be exposed through the different layers. So now putting in the baseline, I'm putting in quite a choppy baseline because the whole haircut is textured, so I don't want to go in and put a very blunt baseline. It'll be a strong baseline, but not blunt. And you can see the front panels, which haven't been touched, are now able to be carved in and shaped to where you want. You can put long fringes, you can put a forward graduation, really whatever you wish. And that's the final look. We hope you enjoy. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and please share. And if you'd like to book, DM us. Turn me on with your electric feel. Yeah, electric feel. Do what you feel.